Hi everyone, it's Suki J. Welcome back to my channel. I did not plan to record right now. I'm actually sitting here waiting on an order, and the weather is absolutely gorgeous. The sun is right here, and I said, let me just hop on real quick. I had planned on recording when I got home, so you're gonna get a little rough version because I am not prepared face-wise or anything. Don't even have my earrings on. But on my channel, I focus on health and wellness, personal growth, and motivation. If this is something that you are interested in, please stick around. And above all, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm really trying to get my information out and grow my channel, so that would really be helpful. Today, on this video, I want to talk more about my alcohol-free journey. Today, I'm actually on day 63. I am on day 63 of no alcohol. I've done a couple other videos about it, and I said I wanted to come back and talk to you guys about going out with it. Oh, my little camera fell. Oopsie. So, in the prior ones, I talked about what made me do it. And then I also talked about like how I really felt over the 30 days. Well, today I want to talk about the going out. I'm so sorry for this, guys. Okay. The going out experience without alcohol. So I just kind of want to give a backstory on my kind of like what led me to drinking. So briefly, I grew up in a very restricted home, very strict. My father in the physical sense was very strict, and also religion played a huge part. And my family, my mom's side of the family ran the church. So like it was no escaping, very, very, strict. So I grew up really kind of with no self-identity, very timid, very, and then other factors, you know, because of it was not a healthy household, with the disciplinary style of my father, or whatever, if you want to call it. But I grew up very low self-esteem, very low self-worth, if I had any, basically. So I always felt like I was super smart in sports, churchy girl. So I always was like I was called a nerd and all this. So I basically was not in the popular or in crowd. So I grew up kind of like looking for approval from others because I felt like I didn't have approval. So when I got introduced to alcohol, which was my graduation night at high school, like that was my first time ever trying alcohol, and it was like, wow, I was with my girls, it was graduation night, and it was like, whoa. And then so that summer I started to dabble in it before I came to where I went to school, because I went away to school that fall. And basically, all of a sudden, I had a new identity. I was no longer little shy Suki. Like, I was Suki, the life of the party, okay? Like, it just gave me all this confidence. I felt like I fit in, finally, with the group. It just was like my do-it fluid. You know, it was my liquid courage, as they call it. It was all of those things to me. So I equated alcohol with, like, this builder of me. Like I felt like it helped me come out my shell and be who I was, who I didn't get a chance to be. I felt like I did an 18-year sentence in my father's house, and then it's like I finally got free, and it was like, wow. So if you have that type of foundation with alcohol, that was my crutch. Like I leaned on that for a very long time. So over the years, you know, as I went through things and losing my mom and having to be assertive and stand up for myself, and then becoming a mother myself, what I didn't realize was I was gaining my own self-worth. I was finally gaining self-esteem and things like that. But I was so used to going to alcohol for it that it just was a mainstay in my life. So that's just what I did, you know, and then it goes right into the programming of life and the world how it is now, which is like everybody get their drink. I mean, you go out to eat, you get you a drink. You meet up with friends, you go get drinks, right? So basically, I mean, when I say, people be like, man, they be like, Suki booty, Suki booty, Suki booty. When I come in the party, like, what? Like, the party don't start till Suki get in the house. So for me to have this background, I just want to give y'all a little background to come in now sober, right? To a party establishment, to a bar. So like right when I got there, one of my friends was joking. There's all these jokes like, oh, okay, get her water. Somebody order her a bottle of water, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, y'all got jokes. But everybody is really being supportive and cheering me on. But you know, it was a little weird. So I got in there, and lately I have been tapering off my drinking anyway. I have been, hold on. Okay, I'm back. I didn't get to finish in the car, so I'm back at home now to finish the video, and I done got it together. Got a little something on the eyes, got some earrings on, threw something on my lips. We ready. Okay, so I basically said, approaching where I am now with the alcohol-free journey, I had already started tapering off. So I was no longer buying alcohol at home and things like that, and I was showing up everywhere sober. So prior to that, I had been, you know, I would be show up a little bit buzzed, a little bit nice. But in the most recent time, probably coming up to last year, I was showing up everywhere sober. So the first time of me going out a few weeks ago, alcohol free, that part was normal because I had already been getting everywhere sober, showing up. So that part didn't feel weird, you know. But then like once I got seated, you know, I walk in, certain people like used to me grabbing a drink and going to the bar. Instead, I just went right over to my friend and said, hey, and I sat down at the table. So I was at the point where I didn't even want to mock drink. Like I didn't even want to appear like I was drinking. I'm like, if I'm not drinking, I don't even want it to look like I got a drink. Plus, I've made it public, you know, on my social media and on here. So the like somebody could actually be like, oh, look at her, she over there drinking. Not that it matters, but I just didn't want anything. So I was sitting for a while without it. I mean, by the time I sat down, the music started. I'm Suki. Like to this point now, I I am secure in who I am, all the work that I've been doing to myself and in myself. So I felt very comfortable basically. And my boy is a DJ, so he was playing on a song. So I'm like right into regular mode. Then you know how they have different line dances and stuff at the club. So they put on one that I like to do. So I jumped up and I did it. Like I felt completely normal. Like I didn't feel out of place. I didn't feel weird. If anything, I was looking at other people like, ooh, we like, girl, you a little twisted. Is you good? You all right? Like you just see everything through a clear lens. And then like certain people getting annoying. And then like I was still being me and outgoing, but it probably wasn't like, oh, oh my God. Like it wasn't none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, hey, I'm happy to see you. Like, blah, blah, blah. And then a couple people said, girl, you are glowing. Like, so like it really, really made a difference. And then the second time I went out was exactly a week later to the same place, except this time I had some friends here from out of town. And some I hadn't seen in like years and years and years, 15 plus years. And I showed up, and this one was a little bit harder because, like I said, I hadn't seen some of them in a while. And I walk in, and they're like, "Oh shoot, the party started now. Suki in the house." So I told y'all that's how it be, right? So we in front of the bar. They like, "What you want? What you want? What you drinking? What you drinking?" Like two, three of them ready to buy me a drink. So I'm sitting here. I'm like, "Oh my god, you're kidding!" And I was like, "I'm not drinking." They were like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Yeah." So at that point, I was on day 40. So I was like, yeah, day 40. And then one of them was like, you trying to make it to day 41? I said, that's the plan. So he was like, it's cool. Let's get you a mocktail. What kind of mocktail you want? So then I did get a club soda and lime. And I just held that thing the whole night and I really barely sipped up off of it, you know. But I was just making my rounds. It wasn't as many people there that night. And then I still hung out with them later. And another one of them wasn't even drinking either. So like it ended up cool, you know what I mean? And then the next day, the next day is always like, oh my God, this is amazing. So after the first time I was like, I could do this. I literally said to somebody, I was like, I can do this. The biggest part to me, the most intimidating part to me was going to be going to an establishment with everybody drinking. And I'm probably like the only one in there not drinking and feeling out of place. But I still felt like myself, and I still feel like I can be the life of the party. I can still kick it, have fun. I can still get up and dance. I'm just going to be in control. And that's a really, really good feeling. So, I then went out this past Friday just for dinner, not to the club, but it's a place that I will often meet up with friends for dinner and we would have drinks. The place has amazing cheap drinks and good little like appetizers and food, like bar food. But there's some meatless options for me that I love to get, my fried mushrooms and Asian dumplings and stuff like that. So I met with this friend and then they didn't get any alcohol, even though they could have. And then I just ordered a club soda and lime again. And this club soda was way better than at the first place. It actually tastes like it did when I would have my Tito's. And we rolled through dinner. Everything was great. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've had some rough things come up in the last few weeks. A couple people have passed away that I've known, and it's been some really tough times where I'm like, man, I'm facing this with nothing, like nothing to escape, no substance or any crutch to escape it all. Because I even had somebody say, "Well, what's your crutch?" Everybody has a crutch. Well, I don't. I never did smoke weed. I never smoked cigarettes. Like that's not my thing. I'm not drinking, so I'm literally having to just face these emotions and feelings head on with no buffer. So that can get tough. And with these passings of two people that I knew personally, it was tough. Like it's been some times where I'm like, I want some Tito's, but it's not. What is it gonna do for me? In that moment, I might feel like I escaped. In that moment, I might feel like and then the next day I'm gonna feel like crap. You know what I mean? So is it really worth it? No. So I have had those. Those are three examples of me going out and feeling like I'm still enjoying life. It's different. It takes a lot of reprogramming. It's a lot of habit involved. But just like I did with my meatless journey, I just really feel that doing things gradually has really helped me to this point because I was tapering off with alcohol, just like I was tapering off with meat. So I'm going to end this here, and then I'll have another video where I want to touch more on just kind of I want to touch more on the benefits that I'm experiencing so far now that I'm at over the 60-day mark of not drinking alcohol and just different, instances and like experiences surrounding that. So until next time, you all have a great day. Bye.